Answer me just one thing.
I'm tired.
Do you remember how dark that night was?
I was too young.
How cold and unforgiving? How it wrapped us in a blanket of terror?
I don't remember feeling it.
Do you remember how I could not walk properly for days?
I was too young.
Do you remember the blood?
The blood? Father's body. The pieces of beaten flesh. You monster. You monster.
Chirabo, come back here, Chirabo. Of course, yes. She was too young. How could she remember things clearly? That father was trying to save me, save us both? How could she recognize the wild shine of sexual starvation in the blood-filled eyes of those soldiers? That they no longer saw us as human beings, but as objects to calm their animal appetites. Does she remember I was the prize? That it was my skirt, the one with the little rose petals, that they tore off my flowering body and mingled with the mud? Does she remember how they took turns filling me with their anger, hate, and pain? Or that I had resisted and told father to run? Who heard me scream and what did they see? Do any of you still see it when you look at me? Yes, they planted their seed, and years later they still returned to feed. No man understands how the edges of a beautiful woman were formed, or the true substance of her smile, blind to the quiet glowing in her eyes, but still wanting to get lost in all. Blind to the quiet claws in her eyes, but still wanting to get lost in her all the while. Gonza, who can forget the firm outline of your jaw, the slippery feel of tight, smooth skin, the sharp, sweet smell of marunji on your stale breath, or the hunger
in your passion?
Oh, Gonza, so that is your name.
I remember you.
But do you remember me?
See? He's now in your hands. He might not remember all, but because of love, he will surely fall.
What are you doing in the shadows? I could have attacked you thinking you were a thief.
I needed a beer and I did not want to wake you.
Must be another one of her nightmares.
Nightmares?
Wait, watch your mouth. Can't a woman want herself some beer?
That's all right, but it is dangerous walking up on people like that.
I am used to it.
Are you all right?
Of course I am fine. Never been better. I just wanted a beer.
You look like you've been crying.
Me? Nedda. That is what my eyes do when they refuse to close.
Oh yes, when they refuse to close.
Maybe you should see a counselor or a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist? Vye biki ebyo?
A doctor of the mind. They are our partners at the foundation. Their services are free.
What do you mean, doctor of the mind?
Mental health problems. We receive a lot of people at our rehabilitation center, especially women. There is always a lot they want to talk about.
You sound like the Messiah.
Because he is the Messiah. Talk about that Bantu.
Who is Bantu?
A national problem. Are you hungry?
I'll sort that out at home. I don't want to be a bother.
Stay here and I'll be right back. I'll put something in the container for you.
How long have the bad dreams been?
What do you know about a woman's mind?
Not much. I'll be lying if I said I did, but I have listened and I have had to scream in their silences.
I see. A beer? Cold?
Water is fine room temperature.
Never met a man who doesn't like his drink cold.
Alcohol goes against my values. God changed me. He can change anybody. He can change you. No more nightmares, no more what you fear.
And what do I fear?
Is
it true?
What is true?
Oh, what happened?